Hey, this is Rob for Radio Free Cybertron, and this is part 2 of my Walmart exclusive Legends Devastator review. In this part, I'm going to review Mixmaster and Scavenger here. I keep wanting to call Scavenger Demolisher because the Voyager class toy of see, there I go again. Scavenger is called Demolisher, but for here he's Scavenger, I guess to keep in tune with the classic Constructicons. Being that the Voyager class Demolisher doesn't combine with anybody. As you can see, Mixmaster here he's a little odd looking. He's got these big gangly arms that are made up from his he turns into a cement mixer, so the mixer part, whatever we call it, the drum, makes his arms here, and the rest of the body just kind of unfolds from the truck. There's not a lot of paint apps here. I guess they kind of had to skip a lot for the price point or whatever. As you see, he's pretty much all gray with a little silver. The back here is actually Devastator's head, which uses to prop him up, which has some green in it, as well as some green, I know the camera's not picking it up too well, sort of Cybertronian dialect markings there. And there's Devastator's head. Arr. And here's Mixmaster. He's not very articulate. He can kind of just open his arms up and down. His elbows have some play in them, as do his legs. Overall, by himself, he's not that great in robot mode, but seeing that he's part of something big, he works well enough on his own. Scavenger here, however, I really like. I wanted to get a Demolisher, but I kept putting it off. And now that I got Scavenger here in Legend form, I probably won't get the full-size Demolisher because this works just fine. I probably transformed him wrong so that he could stand. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with his tread doohickeys here. He kind of appears more like this in the movie. But if you post the treads like this, it helps him. Oh, wait. I'm dumb. There they are. I think that's the correct way. So that's how he kind of, at the beginning of the movie, comes rolling. You know, he's running away from the Autobots, and they kind of murder him. He didn't really do anything except get attacked. That was odd. Oh, and he balances pretty well on his own, too, so I was completely wrong with that. Scavenger has pretty much no articulation. His little claw thing here will move like this, and his arms can go forward and back from his transformation, and that's pretty much it. So as is, Scavenger is pretty much just for looking at, and that's okay because I kind of enjoy his look. It's a little odd, and it's not traditional Transformers stylings, but there's something about it I do like. So now that I got this guy, I don't see myself getting the Voyager Demolisher unless I get him at a pretty good sell price or whatever. Well, let me oop, he balances well. Let me transform these guys into their vehicle modes and get back with you. Well, I'm back, and I've got the guys transformed into their vehicle forms here. Mixmaster here looks a lot better as a cement truck than he did in his individual robot mode. That's kind of the deal with Legends. Sometimes they won't look so great in one mode and look a whole lot better in the other. Being that they're low-priced toys and all, it's really, you got to kind of expect that sometimes. And this works out. I mean, this is a pretty good-looking cement mixer truck. Let me move him out of the way there. See, it rolls pretty well, too. Look at that. I do this a lot in my reviews because I like to show a clean transformation in vehicle mode. And this is a good way to prove it, is to see how well they can roll. Well, Mixmaster here looks pretty good. He looks like a decent cement mixer. You know, there's not a whole lot of paint applications on him. He's still just pretty much gray and silver. His windows, I don't know how well it's picking up in the camera. It's kind of more of a lavender-ish color, which is a nice little difference in the whole deco. He could definitely benefit from some more paint applications. The whole set really could. But being as they're Legends, you know, they're not going to come out of the box because they got to meet a price point. And once again, even though this is a $30 toy, it's $30 for 7 toys that normally cost $5 on their own. So, and most of your Legends don't have a whole lot of paint apps anyway. But if you want to slap some silver or something on these bars, it'd probably look great. As is, I like Mixmaster better as a vehicle mode. Robot mode, it could use some work, but it is what it is. And once again, he kind of just serves to be ahead. So go figure, at least one of the three modes is going to be a little lacking. While in head mode, he looks great. Truck mode, he looks great. Robot mode, could be better, but for the budget, he works. Now, Scavenger here, I almost called him Demolisher again. He turns into some sort of steam shovel. I don't know the exact name of the vehicle, and I didn't look it up ahead of time. But it looks pretty good. I mean, red, gray, little white paint thrown in there, and it looks good. It's not boring looking at all. He actually has, with really the same, actually less paint applications than Mixmaster, because Mixmaster has silver and this lavender color. He just has some white painted on him, and it really stands out. I guess that's the difference between some colors and others. Some really work well. If you notice here, these little knobs here, those are actually the connection points for when you make Devastator, where the two arm bits snap in right there. There's no really any way of hiding them, but they don't really take away from anything. He looks pretty good. It's rolls pretty well. Once again, his wheels actually, he's got these big wheels here in the back, as well as these tiny little wheels, which help for rolling. Yeah. Once again, I'm really happy with Scavenger here. Really happy with him. He's, wow, I mean, like, I haven't bought Voyager Demolisher yet, and probably won't now because I got this little guy, and I like it quite a bit. I know he's not a traditional Transformer, and quite truthfully, most of the movie line toys aren't traditional aesthetic Transformers, but I like these little guys. So far as the combined Devastator mode and these two guys, I'm going to have to recommend this set. The only really weak point so far is Scavenger's robot mode. It could be a little better, but at the same time, it could be a whole lot worse. That was fun. Scavenger here. I'm happy with both modes. Even though his robot mode is really weird looking, I like it. So, this is Rob for Radio Free Cybertron. Check us out on the web at www.tfradio.net. And thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for part 3 of the Devastator series I'm doing here. Thanks a lot.